After you get divorced and you have formal court orders that speak to, your custodial rights with your kids, you might be wondering, what are my rights related specifically to education decisions about my kids? Generally, if you have joint legal and joint physical custody, you have, equal rights to make education decisions for your kids. The problem is, even if you have equal rights, right? If you and your ex don't reach agreements, where do you go from there? So when you both have equal decision making authority about where your kid's going to go to school and you can't reach agreements, that's when you might want to involve, a family law attorney to kind of help you through that. Oftentimes, we're able to negotiate a deal related to where your kid's going to go to school, even if you haven't been able to do that with your ex. But if you and your ex are really kind of not reaching agreements and you don't think we're going to be able to negotiate something, that's where we it might need to be escalated to for a judge to make decisions about where your kid should go to school. And we'll be asking you a bunch of questions. Why is this a hot topic? Is your child having some sort of special need diagnosis by the IEP, where your child needs to be in some special school? Or sometimes you might believe your child's having some issues, but your ex won't agree to let your child go through this IEP process or see someone and get diagnosed, and you kind of know your child needs more support, but you're not sure kind of how to go about doing this if your ex won't agree, right? And that's sometimes an issue where we might want to involve more of the court process in order to help figure this out for you. And this is also a situation where we might want to do a child custody evaluation. A child custody evaluator's job is to kind of speak to those people that have been helping your kid and speak to you and speak to your ex and kind of understand more of the nuances of what's going on with your child to figure out what school is best for your child. And often we can have the evaluator do a very specific analysis just based on what school is best for your child, as long as that school is local to where you and your ex are still living. If you're thinking this school, you're thinking of moving or something like that, and moving the child's school, maybe it's a boarding school or something like that, some kind of therapeutic boarding school. If you have a teenager with special needs, there's the whole gamut of different school options, right? That kind of makes a difference as far as what process we choose.